Some murders are loud, filled with rage, chaos, and panic. But in Virginia City, one killing was carried out in near silence. No forced entry, no signs of robbery, no struggle, just a woman lying in her own home and a single white lily placed beside her body. This is the unsolved death of Caroline Hartwell. It was late on a Thursday evening when Officer Daniel Reeves made an unplanned stop. Caroline Hartwell, a respected figure in the community and a recent candidate for city council, had missed a planning meeting earlier that day. Calls to her phone went unanswered. That was unusual, so Reeves stopped by her home to check in. The neighborhood was quiet, no broken glass, no alarms sounding. He walked to the porch and rang the bell. No response. He tried the doorknob, turned. Inside, the air felt warmer than it should have been. There was no hum from the air conditioning, just stillness. Then, just a few steps inside her hallway, Reeves saw her. Caroline was lying in a pool of blood, eyes half open, and next to her head, a fresh white lily. Police arrived and sealed off the house. What they found raised more questions than answers. There were no signs of forced entry, no valuables missing, no furniture disturbed. Her purse was untouched, jewelry still in place. Even her phone sat on the counter. But investigators noticed something important. The air conditioning system had been manually shut off. Nothing suggested panic. Everything suggested planning. And there was that flower, a white lily, not dropped, placed. The coroner's report confirmed the disturbing simplicity of the attack. Caroline was killed by a single bullet to the chest, fired at close range. There were no defensive wounds, no bruising, no sign she tried to fight back. The conclusion was chilling. Either she trusted the killer, or she never had time to react. Caroline wasn't just a resident. She was a presence. She owned a small business, worked with local charities, and recently ran for a seat on the city council. Her campaign focused on transparency, fair zoning, and rooting out quiet political corruption. She was well-liked, but some believed she was pushing too far into uncomfortable territory. She had influence, she had ambition, and she had enemies. As detectives canvassed the neighborhood, most residents said they hadn't seen or heard anything unusual, but one neighbor, Walter Pike, did. Walter, a white male in his 50s, told police he noticed a dark blue pickup truck in Caroline's driveway the afternoon before she was found. Even stranger, the man from that truck had come to Walter's house earlier, asking if he had any appliances that needed repair. Walter didn't recognize him. The man didn't give a name. No logo, no ID, no business card. Just a calm face he couldn't fully describe, and a truck with no license plate number he could recall. While police followed that lead, someone else stepped forward, Caroline's attorney, Megan Claremont. She told them Caroline had been locked in a tense legal battle over her father's estate. Her elderly father was in cognitive decline, and she was seeking control of his properties and accounts. But her brother, Stephen Hartwell, was openly fighting her in court. The lawsuit was active. Depositions were heated. Millions were at stake. And now Caroline was dead. Investigators were now looking at two strong possibilities. Motive 1, political retaliation. Caroline had rattled a few cages during her campaign. She was vocal about shady zoning approvals and questionable city contracts, the kind of issues that step on the wrong toes and cost powerful people money. Silencing her would send a message without making a scene. Motive 2, family greed. Her brother, Stephen, had everything to lose in the estate battle. If the court sided with Caroline, his access to family wealth and property could be stripped away. With Caroline gone, the case dies with her. The deeper investigators dug, the stranger the puzzle became. Why was the air conditioning turned off? Who placed the lily beside her body? Was the pickup truck driver a repairman or a hired professional? Did politics kill her or blood ties? Someone walked through Caroline's door, stood close enough to fire a single shot, left no trace, and walked away in silence. Caroline Hartwell's story is one of power, secrets, and a murder carried out with unnerving precision. And until her killer is found, The silence surrounding her death may be the loudest evidence of all. If you want more real cases where the truth hides in the shadows, subscribe to Silent Evidence. Because sometimes the quietest crimes leave the deepest scars.